Hello, Rosebuds. Hello. This is your girl, Kimberly Ann. I'm doing a quick message today because I actually have somewhere that I really have to be in about an hour. I'm trying to see what the time is right now, if my car even tell me. Ooh, that's in my tea. Let's see if my car tell me what time it is. Welcome to the channel. My name is Kimberly Ann. Welcome to the Rose Garden. If you are a returning Rosebud, oh yeah, it's 10:20. I gotta get going. If you're a returning Rosebud, thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time seeing my face, I want to welcome you to the channel. Thank you so much for tapping in with me today. So today I want to talk about how we may have left pieces of ourselves along our journey and along our path, and now it's time to home it back in, call it back in, bring yourself back together. You've done a lot of purging, a lot of soul searching, but now it's time to call back every part of you that you left along your journey and along your path. I am currently in that place, and it's so funny. My finances actually are modeling how I literally over spread it myself amongst relationships, even with family, the whole 9 yards. And now I've gotten to a place of burnout, is what a lot of people consider it. But I don't really consider it burnout, because I consider it realizing where your leak was and clogging the leak. And a lot of folks will call it burnout because they're no longer benefiting off your leak because you've clogged it. So I have had reflection after reflection this week, the whole 9 yards. I've realized where I've tried to be perfect in some places. And Rosebuds, you may have been there where you've tried to be perfect in a lot of situations and realize it really ain't got you nowhere. It actually got you depleted, trying to be perfect and trying to, like I told my daughter this morning, please a bully. I told her this morning, do not try to please a bully. She has a young lady at her school who decided she wanted to say to my daughter, I can't stand to look at your face, at one point, and then she turned around and said to her last week, which kind of ticked me off, because now I gotta be on the school's ass. I don't want to stand next to that autistic girl, and I'm trying to figure out who told this child that my daughter was autistic. And of course they tried to soften the blow and say, oh well, we think it might have been just something that just came out her mouth, we don't think anybody told her. I'm like, well, I don't know. I need y'all to figure it out. So I kind of took matters in my own hand, and my intuition led me to the little girl. And I actually told her, hey, do you know whose mother I am? And she's like, no. I said, I'm the young lady's mom who you called autistic yesterday. And she's like, I didn't call nobody out. I said, don't play with me. You know exactly who I'm talking about. And she's like, oh, Alyssa. I said, yeah. I said, see, you are a smart young lady. I was like, whatever you're doing, stop it. You're making my daughter very uncomfortable. And I don't like when I see my kids uncomfortable. So stop it. She tried to deny it. I said, my daughter has spoken to me twice about you. Stop it. And I said to my daughter this morning, do not try to impress a bully to get them to leave you alone. I said, I understand you might not have wanted me to say anything, but coming from experience, even when you try to keep the peace, sometimes they'll still bring you the chaos. Because I was in that position where I actually tried to make friends with my bullies, and it led to me getting completely jumped in school. And I told her, don't do it. Don't try to impress your oppressors. Which is so crazy this is coming out, because I realized that about my dad. My dad got slapped for being hungry as a child. His own father put the church before him. So basically, He used the Bible as a way to have an excuse not to take care of his child. And my father was in the streets. And my dad still is like, the way he tells the stories is almost like this is normal. This is how it's supposed to happen. No, it's not. And I'm here to break that chain. We are no longer kissing the ass of our oppressors. We're no longer kissing the ass of our abusers. We're no longer, no. Fuck them abusers. Fuck them oppressors. You don't like what I'm doing? Oh, the fuck well, kick rocks. It's my life. It's my path. So with that being said, I noticed where I was leaving pieces of myself trying to please others all over the place. And now I'm in a season, and for me to even be saying this, Rosebuds, you all are probably in the same thing, in the same boat. You're now in a place where you're trying to gather up who you are. And let me tell you how it reflects in your finances. You open accounts here, you open accounts there, you're trying to impress here, so you're opening things here, you paying for things over there, you have subscriptions to damn near everything, trying to keep up with the Joneses, the oppressors. And then when you look around, you're in a financial struggle, and you may be ready to move or buy a house or a car or something, and you can't. You don't have enough pieces of yourself to take care of yourself. And it leads me to, I was listening to like the psychology of Hansel and Gretel, and didn't realize that the woman in that story was actually a stepmom. Who would have thought? But when you listen to the story, you realize how the so-called parents of Hansel and Gretel, who they dressed their lack of priority and concern, like, oh, we don't even have food for ourselves, let alone the kids, let's leave them in the darkest part of the forest. And you're realizing, like, the kids were so loving and so innocent in that story, not even realizing that their so-called parents were actually like leading them to their death. And that's usually how your oppressors do. Now, it may not be a physical death in the physical form. It'll be like a death of who you're supposed to be this lifetime, a death of your true calling, because you're sacrificing yourself to be something you're not, to help prioritize their feelings, make them feel comfortable. You may have dimmed your light or thrown your light out to the ducks. You never know, just to make someone else feel comfortable. And I told my daughter, no matter how nice you try to be to the little bully, she's going to find something to hate you for, because she hates herself. She can't find value in herself. So don't try, or do not try to make friends with this girl. It's not gonna happen. She's miserable. I'm like, she sees your mom come and pick you up every single day. You come in really nice clothes, and we're not like name brand savvy. We don't care about name brands. We're more so, oh, this is a cute style, I can pair it with this and that, I can mix and match. That's how we are. So you're not, you come in and you're fresh to death, you smell good. I always make sure my kids know what perfume is, because when I grew up, my mom did not, like, she was not the perfume queen. She was not the self-care queen at all. She did not do self-care. I did not know what self-care was until I got older. And I was like, oh my God, I've been missing out. But I knew my grandmother did it, but because I didn't grow up with my grandmother, it wasn't normal for me. So I told my daughter, she pays attention, like she sees you get in a car, like she sees your mom come up there. Her mom don't even walk her to school. I'm like, her mom doesn't even come up near the school. She stood at the corner and made the baby walk to her, and they had to walk home. I was like, so she's not the it girl. She's overcompensating for her impoverished lifestyle. So I'm like, if you look at her edges, she got lint all in her fucking laid down edges. So don't try to impress your oppressors. Don't. And that can even stem over into social media. I gave up social media a year ago. I have no plans on going back. I love my YouTube community, and that will be the only close to social media that I will even deal with at this point of my life, because I love the peace that I've gathered back for myself. Okay. I've gathered so much peace back, and I'm still getting all my pieces back. So this meeting I'm having today is actually going to help me gather myself up in my finances, so then I can make the moves that I need to make for my children and I. And I hope, Rosebuds, that you are going through similar processing where you're learning how to gather pieces of yourself back up. Yeah, my meeting is reminding me it's in 30 minutes. So I have 30 minutes. So I gotta hurry up. Gotta hurry up, y'all. This is gonna be a quick one, okay? So I'm gonna do a card pull just to see what the message is today for us Rosebuds. Also, watch my videos from last night. I was led to do a full tarot spread of present and future, and it was so good. Like, you guys literally got the same spread that I got. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Breaking the illusions. You guys are breaking the illusions. This card actually came out in the spread last night. We're releasing the illusion that we need to impress what does not matter. You're releasing the emotion of wanting to impress who and what doesn't matter. Yeah. It's going to cause a couple disagreements. It's going to cause a couple disagreements. You're going to have a lot of people that don't agree with what you're doing. Those are the oppressors. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't quit. Do what you do. Do what benefits you. And I'm going to tell you right now, what benefits you is getting in full alignment. When you get in full alignment spiritually, it will trickle down into every other area of your life. I have already done the spiritual aligning that I needed to do. Now it's trickling down into my 3D, where now my finances are getting in order. Eventually my relationships will get in order. You know what I'm saying? I'm in order. Like, I have not been so consistent in my life where I'm showing up for you guys every morning, 12:12 as I say that, you know, and I'm coming to this beach just to get clarity and smell the prana. You know, this has been the most consistent I've been for myself ever in my life, because I wasn't taught consistency. I was taught be scattered all over the place, be a hustler, be this, be on the go all the time. That was my dad. My dad was an Aries, and my mom just let it happen because she was trying to please the oppressor, which is nuts. And I equated that, if you listen to my readings from last night, it's 2 parts. I equated like diabetes. It is trying to have your cake and eat it too. And I had a dream that I was dialysizing with Source. So Source and I was filtering our energy, so then I can receive messages in real time, and I'm one with Source. Come to find out now, even though I know, come to find out, my mom just told me today my dad had an infection in his kidneys, because what I got from that dream was, oh my God, my dad's going to end up on dialysis. Something's not going right with him. And my mom just told me that my dad has an infection in his kidneys, and they're trying to start him on antibiotics. And if that don't work, they're going to go through the next course. And if that don't work, I already know what's coming. I said, Mom, this is just the beginning. And I said it just that calm. Don't self-sabotage. As you go through, I call it a refractalization. That's what I can equate it as. You're gaining all the fractals of yourself, and you're bringing them back together, piecing yourself back together, and becoming whole. As this process starts, there are going to be people that have been in your life that have not really been beneficial to you, that are going to lose their shit, and you may actually lose them. Some may die, some may just leave you alone altogether, and that's their way of punishing you for choosing you. Let them. Don't stop your journey. Don't self-sabotage yourself and turn around and try to please the oppressor. Don't do it. Let them walk off. Let them go. Because what is on the other side is so magnificent. What's on the other side, Spirit? Let's let them know, because I gotta wrap this up. I gotta get going. What's on the other side? Let's let them know so they don't self-sabotage it. Yeah, hard work, passion, talents. Eight of Pentacles. There's Pentacles. You get to, on the other side, you get to a place of balance and harmony. Yeah, you get to a place of balance and harmony. Woo! King of Pentacles. Wealth. Wealth is on the other side of this. Everything you have wanted and have worked for that has not come to pass will now come to pass. All because you've stopped juggling, stop trying to please others. That's Two of Pentacles in reverse. You're reprioritizing yourself. And like I said with Hansel and Gretel, the husband said, we don't have food for the kids. We really ain't got nothing for ourselves. Not even, and you can't worry about yourself. You have to worry about your kids. You know what I'm saying? And for us Rosebuds, a lot of us have been prioritizing. Oh my gosh. A lot of us have been prioritizing our kids and not ourselves, and we fractalize ourselves between our kids and the people we try to be with, our jobs, this, that, and the other. But in this season, Rosebuds, it's time that we prioritize our children and ourselves, and that's it. Nobody else matters. Not society, not your parents, not your brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, best friends. Nobody else matters. Not even the guy you're trying to date. If he's not paying a bill, fuck him. But what you do have coming after all that prioritization is the love of your life and someone who's emotionally stable. That's at the end of it all. But that's after you start to gather your pieces, start to become whole. All of my messages are leading to you becoming whole. You're going to have a lot of people in regret with the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And then there's a big pentacle behind that. And they're only regretting losing you because they already know that with the Ace of Pentacles, you were I don't want to say the buyout. I don't know why I want to say the buyout. You were the payout. Yeah, you were the payout. They would have hit the lottery with you if they had stayed, and instead of trying to oppress you to keep you in place until you got your payout, they needed to have helped you and guide you. That's why this Knight of Cups is here. He's coming to help you shine. He's coming to the strength of two together. He's coming to join you in union. So some of you may not even be finished fractalizing yourself together, but you would have pieced enough of yourself together. Oh my goodness, Spirit just showed me the vision I had about a spiritual being waiting by the beach or some sort. Somebody's coming with a surfboard and it's so cute. Waiting by the beach for you. They've been waiting for you to just realize your worth so that they feel safe enough to come in. Look, and this person, Two of Swords, is waiting by the beach. Is that it, Spirit? Keep gathering yourself together. Keep reorganizing your priorities. Don't mind those who are not happy with you reprioritizing yourself. Allow them to sit in their own. Oh my God, yeah. It's time to become the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's time to become the Queen of Swords. Be direct, and you might have to somewhat be cold this season. You're going to have to. You won't have a choice. Yeah. Ace of Wands, this is showing up again. That new path energy. Allow the divine to orchestrate. Anyone you lose this season, God's going to replace them with someone better in your future season. Remember, my reading last night was 6 months to a year. You're already on your new path. You're present, you're prepared, you're preparing. Part of that preparation is reprioritization. Just continue to prepare. The divine is orchestrating the rest. I promise you, the divine is orchestrating the rest. Like, you have nothing else to worry about. You don't have to worry about those people. You don't have to worry about that man. Whoever is meant to be in your life by the end. And really, this ain't even really the end of your development. This is really just the beginning. But as you start to transform and change, whoever is meant to be with you will be there. You have nothing to worry about. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much, Robots, for tuning in today. I love you guys to the moon and back. Don't forget, if you're new here, I want to gently ask you to subscribe to the channel. We are at 420 something subs, which is so amazing. Our communicate. Oh my God. Somebody's getting a key. Somebody's getting a key. Somebody's getting a key. Oh boy, yeah. Somebody's getting a key. Our community is growing. Awesome sauce. I am so proud. I love you guys to the moon and back. Thank you all for sharing my videos, for liking them. Thank you for the comments. Also, those of you who may not feel comfortable with my content and want to leave me comments, just know the slap back that I gave the lady under my last short that reached 1,000 views or over 1,000 views, I will give you the same slap back as well. I have no problem telling you to stay the fuck off my page, because this is my sacred space and I share what the fuck I want. It's my page. Okay? So, love you guys to the moon back. Have a happy Monday. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.